the police will kill you. They'll shoot
black.
you just because you're black.
Yeah.
No, I know, because I've seen it on YouTube. Fathers telling their little girls this, and parents tell, we got to have the white man talk or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not from America. But like that, do you get what I'm saying? So now this woman has psychological things in her head. A gun has been put on her, and she's like, I'm only shoplifting. What the frick? I've got a baby. He's not shooting me. And she just wants to get out of there. Never believing nobody's going to shoot her. She's got a baby. She don't believe. There's nobody got harmed so far. Why on earth would I believe this woman was trying to harm anybody?
Let's talk about facts.
If you want to have intellectual discussions.
Spiritually oriented, very beautiful farm.
Who you are beyond the personality.
I'm a human being, same as you. Be who you are.
But to answer your question,
What is really going on? And let's get into this.
And what is happening, guys? Welcome to the wonderful world of Wirgo, the place where we get to ask what is really going on. And today we're doing a review of myself, Carl, and
Alyssa.
And what are we reviewing today, babe? Tell me.
We are reviewing a clip from Nate the Lawyer, and it is Media and BLM shocked that Ta Kiya Young was part of shoplifting gang.
Right, so that's Nate the Lawyer, guys. Now, we're huge fans of Nate the Lawyer. So, Nate, if you are watching this, my friend, you may not like my opinions on this one. And Phoebe's. Because I've personally asked Alyssa if we could cover this. We've had a look at this little video. So we have actually seen it, so this isn't a reaction. This is more of a review. We watched it because I was like, I don't know about this. I want to look at it. This is another like BLM thing that's going on. It's a bit like, what's his name? The gentleman I wrote. But we'll advertise it. I never have time about the book. George Floyd. So I wrote a book. I was in a really bad phase, really mentally broken, wasn't I? And a way to get out there was to write a book, a children's book, and it was to do about racism and things like that, which is really cool.
Yeah,
so hopefully we put some links how you can get that, guys. All the money goes to a great charity out in Africa, and you guys can get involved in that if you choose to. We'll advertise more when we're bigger, because like I said, these practice runs we are starting soon, and we're getting the actual show up and running. These are just like our practice runs and everything. So I really wanted to cover this. It's getting big, but people are now downplaying it because they're saying, "Oh, she's a shoplifter," which you see in a minute. She's a shoplifter. She's this. I mean, all right, people aren't saying she deserved to die, but the young lady died. But there's more tragic than that. So those who don't know about this, stay tuned and we'll explain it. And I think we're going to cover the fact that we don't really agree with all the racism stuff that they're saying about it. But there is tragedy in there. And if you're a Christian watching it, this is going to really mess with your head from what I'm about to talk about. So we're going to let Nate do his bit, I think, and then have a chat, have a bit. What do you think of Nate? Have you? He was when I did that City by Karen on before.
That's the one, City by Karen, that's right,
But me, it's more like personal embarrassment. This young lad had no personal embarrassment that he was berating a pregnant lady, even if she was in the wrong here, which technically she also wasn't because she paid for the bike.
Yes.
So I really like Nate. More often than not, I find myself in almost 100% agreement with him. I like what he does. He's a critical thinker.
Until today.
But today I find myself in not opposition to him, but I feel that he's lacking a little empathy and compassion in a certain area, which I think may be mentioned if this was a different scenario. And there's elements he does agree to, but then just acts like they're not relevant, which I will bring up. So I'm more going to get into my steam towards the end. I'm going to let you guys enjoy it as best as you can without it. You may forward it a little speedy through this because it's a bit long-winded and like a lot of this information's already out there. But we'll let you see everything he's about to put up, and then we'll decide what to do in the editing.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything you want to say about this? Because I don't know how much you know about this.
I missed the beginning bits because I was dealing with Carter, so I don't know.
You heard my points at the end. Without bringing them up, what do you think they'll?
Spot on.
Yeah, you reckon?
Oh god, yeah.
All right, and we'll see. Because like even Alyssa agreed at first, and I did when first seeing this, that maybe this isn't as bad as saying, but then I saw an angle and I want to see what other people think. Yeah,
it's not been mentioned.
Something that's not been talked about, and I don't like it because for me, even though I'm not making judgment, there's no what's the word where it's when people keep doing the same thing, so like it is consistency. No consistency.
Yeah.
No consistency. So we're gonna look at that. There was something else on my mind, but I think we just get into it, is it?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, I've been told off for talking too much. No, I think people understand already. There's a... I want to say here? Yeah, on my side now.
Yeah.
It's got to be my side so they know it's me. The Autism Awareness Side, guys, is not something we support or anything. It's just to let you know that there is an autism awareness here. And I am described as having autism. Don't fully understand how to explain that to people, but I have my own way. And it hasn't always been there. People haven't always known myself to be autism because of the way I've grown up. And be autism? That's weird.
Be autism.
But like, yeah, but, well, hey, you judge for yourself. It's not show's not about. I'm just explaining that this is why we're doing this and this is what it's all about. So, well, I really want to get into this, but there's like something in the back of my mind that you forgetting to do something. It'll pop up. Oh yeah, subscribe if you can. I'll do that later on. I'll say at the end.
Guys.
Because
really
we're actually making some headway now and we're getting some things. Right. Want to get into this?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get into this. Brandon.
All right, so we are back with the story of Ta Kiya Young, who was the woman who was fatally shot by police at the Kroger's market. Now, you guys have seen the tape if you watched this channel, and in that video, you see, they say, you stole something from the Kroger's, please get out the car. She refuses to get out. One officer goes in front of the car so she doesn't drive away, pulls his gun, and points it to the windshield, is like, don't move the car, get out the car, get out the...
I'm just thinking about what I'm going to say. It's ramping me up already. I know,
That's the autism feel like.
I know, sorry. It's just ramping me up already. No. Guys, I'm going to do my best. It may look like I'm being non-emotional, not caring. I'm just going to let my best to let Nate talk and say his thing.
Yeah.
We may just stop you and then just keep it, what we got to do when we do reviews. But like, I'm going to keep all my passion and everything to the end. So, but we'll start. You may hear words like, oh, you can see the point of view or anything like that from me and Alyssa. But let me make no mistake. Me and Alyssa are not happy with this. I know we're just two people from Wales, but like I'm not happy with this at all. This
how this has just been brushed aside.
This whole thing may not be about racism and the things they're saying, but just wait till the end of it. Otherwise, I'm going to get too much. But I do not agree with this. Not even just because she lost her life, but because there's so much.
Something else.
Let me get to it, please.
Yeah,
I will get to it. I promise you.
Press play.
She refuses to get out the car. She hits the gas, hits the officer. Officer goes on top of the car. The officer discharges one shot, killing her. And now the officer happens to be white. She happens to be black. So it's a whole now Black Lives Matter issue. But this video, I want to show you guys how much propaganda the news media portrays on the public, and why a lot of people who believe the mainstream media is unbiased.
Well, Nate, I'm also going to show you the information you're missing and how you're being biased. Well, I believe I am. I'm trying to be kind of... Yes, I know.
Don't really understand that they're not. They're pushing an agenda and a narrative to make you deaf, dumb, and blind to facts and more emotional. So here is the Associated Press, which is pure mainstream media. Most of the other mainstream sources get their news from the Associated Press.
I can hear people going, yeah, like you Welsh. Oh, you could be Carl, I suppose. Or twat, some people call me. But, oh, you're emotional. Guys, I am emotional. I am. But the difference between me and other people that get emotional is I can do both. I can be logical and emotional at the same time, which is beautiful. I can bring these together within me and I can see that which is in my way. I tell it to move and it moves. Someone else said something like that before, didn't they? JC.
So I want you to see this video that they have and how they are portraying Ta Kiya Young.
Ta Kiya Young was fatally shot by police in a parking lot on August 24th. She was 21 years old and pregnant. Her unborn child also...
Already, I hope you're hearing some tragedy already, people.
This is the bit I haven't seen.
I know, I'm trying to... My jaw's locking.
Give me the mouse, son.
...died. Her family is now mourning her death.
So many plans that she had is taken away because of that. Man, vivacious, the light of the party, just a bright shining light. That's it. Just celebrate her life, celebrate the person y'all knew her to be, and that would make me happy. And I know it'll make her happy. She'll be dancing on them clouds.
Now we have the surveillance tape of what happened inside the Kroger's alcohol section. And Ta Kiya Young was not this innocent victim that people were portraying her out to be. She was part of what it looks to be a larceny team. People who go into a store and as a team and steal items. Let's talk about it.
I'm holding on.
All right, so we watched the unfortunate events play out with Ta Kiya Young and the shooting that occurred. Now, I got to make a couple of things clear before we start going into this video, which is the surveillance video of Ta Kiya Young's shoplifting. Now, at first, the media put it, they were just going for nothing shoplifting. She's an innocent victim. She's a mother of two. This, right? And essentially making it seem like police targeted her just because of the color of her skin. That's the common theme here. But these officers had good reason to stop her. And that was because the employee, who's probably looking at the cameras, probably would say, hey, that woman just stole from us and she needs to be stopped. So the officers jumped in the action to effectuate that arrest. Now, I do want to make it very clear that I am not saying that Ta Kiya Young should have been...
Guys, just before you make this little bit, I'm going to ask you a question as well. Just remember that, including myself, people are in their feelings right now because they've just heard a tragic story. God, I'm nervous about saying this, man. Please, can I just, put a little... It's hard to do, but I'm going to put a pin just in that tragic story just for a minute. Like I said, I know how to do both, and this is how I do it. That pin is not going away, I promise you. Let's go over to this pin because, like I said, I have to do it like this because I'm dealing with two types of people, and I have to be fair.
Yeah.
If I go over to this pin over here a minute and say, in just describing something as a narrator, so far, I can understand everything Nate is saying, that this lady is part of a larceny team. She's come in, she's made decisions to rob people. She's done what people call degenerate behavior. In other words, behavior that degenerates from society. Mm-hmm. And yes, I also... let's go back over a minute. People seem to be like, they feel like they're forced into this, whether through their addictions or life circumstances. Yeah. That is also true. Yeah. Doesn't make it correct, but it means help is there, and we should be looking at a better way, right? Mm-hmm. So, and let's go back to this pin a minute over here. Everything she's seen is true so far. And when she left, the shop owner had a right to go and ask the police for help. All that is true so far. Mm-hmm. And up until that point, I know it's harsh to say because there's other stuff but I would say I'm with Nate so far. I'm seeing like all this so far is like, yeah, other than this very unwell lady who is doing unwell acts with a team, thinking they're doing good for whatever reasons, but maybe it is. Maybe there's a desperate need to it. Or they think there's a desperate need to it. It isn't, guys. It's a trickery of life. There's never a really need to it. There's always a better way, but sometimes we just can't see it. So what we see as the best way may not be. If you can't accept that in life, then, I don't know what to tell you, really. But, it's hard for me to explain that. But I'll try in the future if you have problems with that. So I'm saying up this point, and I think, I know Nate's going to say this, I think Nate's about to say right now that he doesn't condone someone dying over shoplifting. We need to remember what Nate just said. He'll tell you that he doesn't condone someone dying over shoplifting, which is important to what I explain later, about why all this is truly, just, I want to swear, but, I'm going to say messed up, okay, because that's closer to what I want to say. So, come on, let's let Nate say his own thing. But we 100% still with Nate, and I'm going to describe this even more and more passionately. To that degree, someone should lose their life over something like this. No, especially when you can see that, in good faith, you can see that somebody might be put in a predicament where this is their best case for survival for them and their kids, right? Nobody's been hurt. No one was held up with gunpoint. No one was traumatized. No one was harmed. Literally, not one person, up until later, is harmed so far. No one. Literally, can you think of one human being that's been harmed so far?
Nope.
No one. The only person I would say, and I know this makes it sound like I'm saying it bad about the mum, which technically I can, but I'm not having to go, for God's sake, the lovely lady's passed away now. I don't see evil. I don't understand. The whole reason of this is to find out what on earth you're all talking about. But I just see an ill woman doing ill things that may be for good reasons, may not, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
That should be taken care of through law and things like that. Right? This should make sure nobody needs to lose their life over this, or nobody's life should be put in danger over this. We're also going to talk about that in a moment, okay? I think so. Can't go.
Yeah.
Killed because she's shoplifting. Of course not. But I think that she made the tragic mistake of trying to call the police's bluff. And how did she do that? Well, when a police officer stands in front of your car, pulls out a gun and says, get out of the car now. You have a choice. You can hit the gas and see if he's going to pull that trigger, or you can put the car in park and open the door and get out. She chose to hit the gas, and that officer chose to pull the trigger.
Okay then, sorry, I've got to pause here because it's relevant. Remember this morning he was looking at fallacies?
Yes.
And this man should be very good at fallacies, shouldn't he?
Yes.
And yet he's given a fallacy, I can't remember the exact name, where you give only 2 possible outcomes. Nothing in between, just 2.
It's one or the other. Like.
Slow down, Carl.
Yeah.
You're not really angry, you're frustrated. Relax. Please can you pull up our sheet so I can have a look, I can explain to people what it is, right? You find them in there and I say them, right? Listen to what Nate is saying, which is one moment, guys. We've got to pause it now and again, right? And, sorry guys, I'm built with emotion. I am in both my feelings and logic here. And I have to find a middle ground for myself. Right, so, Nate is suggesting that she could either do this or this. It's a fallacy. They ain't the only 2 options. If Nate believes it, Nate, I'll speak to you. I'll show you where all the other options are. That you're ignoring. And you're trying to mislead people. Right? We put this up on our page this morning on Wirgo. If you're not part of that, jump on our Facebook. Right? I'll tell you what it is. Right, sorry. I was trying to get out that, but I had to read it first because I have to sum up. Yeah. Right, so, okay, sorry about that, guys. So we got on there. It's called a false dilemma fallacy. Now, I know these fallacies, how the mathematics works, but the names I always get mixed up. Right, so false dilemma fallacy. This occurs when 2 choices are presented as as only possible options, when in fact other alternatives exist. This man, I hope he identifies as a man, but this person, I shouldn't say, I'm trying to get out of this because I get in trouble. This person has just committed, in my opinion, and I think I got a theory behind it, so I think I'm backed up on this. Damn it, your phone, man. Oh. Okay, right. This person's created a false dilemma fallacy. He's given you 2 possible outcomes, 2 possible options of what could have happened, and I believe there are more. And I believe he's hiding. Well, I don't know about hiding. That means he's intentionally doing. Maybe he's just making a mistake. Maybe he believes it's wrong. I could be incorrect. Don't forget, guys. I can always be incorrect. That's my rule. What's rule number 1? I got to do that as a thing. Come up, and then me go. I can always be incorrect. Little bucket, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then just put a buck thing. I'm gonna do that. See if I do it for this video. Right, and so let's get into it. I just need. I'll forget about that. Right, so I pause that. Said he's just committed what I believe a false dilemma. Maybe I'm incorrect. We'll just see.
Now, I think it's an unfortunate situation. I think it's unfortunate for that officer, and I think it's unfortunate for her family. But she made that decision, not to put the car in park, but to put the car in drive and essentially hit the officer, sitting the officer to the top of the car. If you want to watch that full video, it should pop up somewhere around here. But that is what happened. Those are the undisputed facts. But now there was a question of, was she...
Right, guys, I'm going to agree and disagree with him. They are the facts. He did give facts and facts and facts there, which were true. Those are the things he said. But the way in which he presented that, there were some, I don't know if they call them red, there were some, I'm going to say there's some falsehoods about what he said then. He's narrating it in a certain way, so you see the story his way, and I'm going to narrate in my way, so you see the story my way in a minute. And heck, that's what it's about in there. And I shouldn't be telling you guys, honestly. I shouldn't be telling you. You guys tell me, don't tell me. Tell me in the comments below. Comment below, tell me, at the end of this, was Nate more factual and truthful about the situation, or am I? But I'm not saying he's lied so far. What he's doing, I don't know if he is purposely doing it, but what's happening so far, there are things being left out here to not make this sound as bad as it is. I don't like that, and I think it's heartless. Either by accident or whatever, or maybe they just don't see it, I don't know. But I do, so I'm going to mention it. But sorry, I can't keep letting him say things and then forget about it, and then people think that's true. I don't believe what he's saying to be 100% true. I just think that he is mentioning facts. He's just not mentioning all the facts. And I can mention many more facks.
Innocent angel that people are making her out to be, or was she involved in criminal activity, and were the officers even justified in stopping her? Now, people were marching in the street. Oh my God, she's an innocent victim. Oh my God, she's a loving mother.
So, for starters, they said she stole from the grocery store. There is no evidence of her stealing anything.
Yes, it is, unfortunately.
It's all on surveillance, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, you're mistaken.
The evidence is there.
But when you stay in front of a camera, there is no evidence whatsoever.
You know what's coming next.
What you're doing is you're gaslighting. That's narcissistic tendencies. This is what our show is about, to show you these things so you can learn and go, oh yeah, she's gaslighting you because she's telling you there's no evidence. If she had said, well, I haven't seen no evidence so far, and until I do see evidence, unfortunately, I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to suggest this. Please, could you show me the evidence so I can change my mind? That is a reasonable person, a non-narcissistic person. But there are certain individuals that are just so narcissistic. Now, my brain is saying, mention the fact that because there's what would people see as a black lady they identify as, yeah? I don't identify anybody as black or white, and I think that's all stupid. You're just... if you're a lady, name, human, whatever, I can touch together, but not that. But I've seen so many narcissistic people of all skin colours. I don't think narcissism picks skin colour. I don't think that happens, so I don't, just my mentioning that just in case they're like, you're talking about black people. I'm like, no, I'm talking about narcissists.
So this just goes to show that y'all are so quick to believe negative commentary about black.
Does that reverse and say, this just... Oh, no, don't mock her. Don't mock her, Carl. This just goes to show... I want to mock Phil badly, like a little kid inside me, honestly. Like, because she did it, that's all I'm trying to mirror her. Don't rise above it. Well, this just goes to show that you're quick to believe black people, black women, without lots of evidence. Because to me, you've said that. You've made a statement. And then you're making a second statement to say about other people. I'm like, well, could I say the same thing about you like that? I mean, I wouldn't.
No.
I'm saying, could I? I wouldn't, because I don't think like that. That's weird. But
women. What proof do you have that she stole anything?
Surveillance footage.
Was there... I never seen any proof of it. So
the beer and alcohol still in her stuff, maybe. I don't know.
So y'all can't just keep repeating that just because... It gives you what you think is a reason to take somebody's life.
That's true. You can't do that, but they have evidence.
That she had. Now, mind you, the Kroger employee said that she had taken multiple liquor bottles and didn't pay for them. Do any of these bags look like liquor bottles to you?
That's your evidence. The bags don't look like liquor... Oh. Ow. Ow, my brain. Stop. Ow. This is weird for me, babe. I don't know how you neurotypical think like this. Do you think this is more narcissistic tendencies to try and think rather than neurotypical? Because I don't get...
Don't class us all neurotypicals the bloody same, right? Bloody hell do you think you are?
She's telling me off because I tell her off about autism people.
Like
No, you're absolutely right. She's right. I do apologise. I wasn't trying. That wasn't my intent, but maybe it did come across as apologies. All I mean is, guys, when people say stuff like this, I just see normal neurotypical things say things like this, and it hurts my head because I'm like,
that's not normal.
Why? What? I don't. Because believe it or not, I have good faith and bad faith. So one part of me is saying they're right. They've got to be right. They're nice. They're loving people. They wouldn't lie to you. And the other part's going, it doesn't make sense. So I'm like, which one is it? Right, so, no. Just, alright, it's a bad day. Maybe, I don't know. That didn't make no sense. They don't look like... do you know, I'm going to rob stuff and rob loads of alcohol and put them in like a Toys R Us bag. It didn't look like that's got alcohol in it. Look, it's Toys R Us bag. Well... You're mocking Carl. No, I'm not. No. I'm joking. I'm not trying to mock him here. I'm trying to joke about the feeling, not her. I mean, she's probably even
scenario.
All right, if this individual does see this and thinks I'm mocking her or thinking, no, babe, I'm dyslexic. I'm autistic. I make mistakes all the time. I have to ask my wife how to spell if sometimes. She's laughing because she knows it's true. And I have books for kids. Grammarly. I should do an advert for Grammarly.
Yes.
These are boxes. These are multiple items. If she just went in there and stole with two other individuals and left with these liquor bottles, what is all of this stuff? And this stuff is bagged as if it was purchased. So I need an explanation as to how, if she was just in there stealing liquor, why did she have all these bags of other types of merchandise that looked like they were...
Because she could carry them in
her
handbag?
No. This is right, guys. Part of my brain is going, oh, maybe she's been deceptive here because she purposely keeps saying the word bags. She's making you think like she's seen other items, but she hasn't said that. rewind this. Just say, did she mention any items whatsoever? Or did you say bags that look like they had other items in it? Any bags can look like they have other items in it.
Paid for.
She's not saying, I seen the box of... Would Americans know what Daz is? Is Daz in
I don't know.
Because we're British, we don't know what you guys are. We'll just say the neutral name. She didn't mention washing powder, soap, salt, bread, sugar, whatever it is you got, oil. She didn't say, I've seen that. She just said, I've seen bags that look like they had other things. It's like, so what? That doesn't... Oh, I don't get it. I'm sorry. Because I don't get it, I shouldn't say, because it leads me into a way of thinking like I'm going to mock somebody, and I don't like that feeling. Like, so...
Purchase. Being a black woman in Columbus, Ohio, especially Westerville, Ohio, it would not be easy for you to just go to a checkout lane, bag up all of this stuff.
Here, cop. This says, I'm going to speak for everyone identified as a black woman. Talk for yourself. You're an individual. Say, I haven't had this experience, and maybe in my subjective reality, no one I know has had experience, or we have this experience, and so this is what we believe. But like black people, and it's like, do you understand how many individuals like yourself are out there that do not share your ideology and do not have this experience, and yet you're speaking for them? And individuals like this that speak for a group, how is that not narcissistic? And you speak for a group, as if you understand. Right, let's go. Nice.
Not pay for it and walk out. So I challenge y'all. Start asking questions, start thinking critically, and start demanding proof before you immediately...
I'll go down there because she's better man. But I mean, this is the only part I agree with.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's done this.
Yeah.
But I could be incorrect. You can all correct me. I love being corrected because it then makes me correct.
And we learn.
And I love being correct. I just don't like being correct at the expense of the truth. Does that make sense? So if it's a lie, I don't want to think I'm correct just so
yeah.
I want to say I'm incorrect and then I'm correct again. But yeah, I don't...
believe these narratives that are being pushed by the people who do these very unalivings. Because when you are...
Unalivings, that's the new word for murder, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh no, it's a new word for what they call...
Another one to add to the babble, is it?
Oh yeah, I suppose. Wait a minute. Because like it's... Well, no, I think... if I'm right, someone let me know below. Does unaliving mean... It's not necessarily murder, death, or something. It means when someone perceives that you've taken a life for a petty thing, but everybody seems to think it's okay. So it's not murder, it's not... You've just got... All right, then it's unaliving. Maybe... It's a really weird word. Why pick that name? I mean... Unaliving. I mean... It doesn't sound right to me. It actually messes with my autism. Well, my yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You can even.
I don't get it. Let's move on. It's not what it's about.
Dealing with Columbus, Ohio at large, America at large, you will learn that what's pushed in the media, especially to cover up instances like this, is very seldom true. I'm not buying it and I'm not believing it until somebody shows me some concrete evidence.
Now we have the security footage. So let's just look at the security footage. There's no audio with this. So there is Ta Kiya Young walking in.
So guys, what we're probably going to do is forward all the security footage for you. And what do you reckon we should leave this in play, babe?
Yeah.
Do you reckon? All right.
As you can see,
I'll shut up.
I'm stopping it here. She has one bag.
They can make a decision then, can't they, as well?
Basket that they give you at the store to go through.
Okay, guys, just to let you know, listen, you can see I'm going to adopt a new character right now. The character isn't... The character is meant to be a little bit... you see.
Now, she's unaware of the cameras. I'm assuming she's unaware of the cameras.
Definitely unaware of the camera. Clever. Do you see how then? He's talking to her. I like that. Smart. She's checking. She's
looking. I think she's probably looking at the person.
Now's my time to get in.
Yeah, she's waiting for the mark. She's waiting for.
Go like that.
Now she's gonna make her move.
Yeah, damn straight. That's it. See the drills? Bag's open. Clever girl. Second bag.
What did I say?
Now,
second bag.
Put it in her own bag.
Why is she pulling out another bag versus?
That's what I
Now,
do.
guys, this character is looking at the brilliance within what the narrative refers to as the evil genius behind it. I'm not here saying what she's doing is great. This is why I said I was adopting a character. I want to look at other things. Bloody camera's going off. We've got to work this stuff out, don't we? Right, so what we're seeing is I'm just putting a character on now, guys, so I'm just looking at this at a completely single standpoint and ignoring the rest of everything right now. That's what I do in a character. So my character is looking at the, like I said, in the narrative, what you refer to as the evil genius behind all this, you know, how they're doing this and that. We do not condone theft of any kind, especially from stores. We don't condone this stuff. This is a caricature of myself looking at this just through a single lens only. Alyssa will remain, you know, with the head on. Remember, I'm the autistic one.
She has her bag. Now, it's interesting because I used to do loss prevention, and they used to put like duct tape in the bags, things to avoid the sensitive stuff. So I don't know why she's pulling out her bag, but now she has this second bag she's pulled out of her purse. Let's see what she does.
Oh, I bet that's the expensive stuff. Oh,
Got
yeah.
Polish vodka in it, girl.
Yeah. Look at that. That best be the top stuff, girl. Yeah, man's checking. Got an eye on her. Well done. Oh,
He's like,
look at, he's asking her to get this, that, and the other.
Yeah, down the corner. Can you see it?
Oh, well done. I said, get out there now, girl. That's it. Yeah.
It's about 4 or 5 bottles of alcohol she's put in that bag. Now she's put it under her purse.
That's putting dinner on the table for the next couple of days.
So,
Oh, yeah.
About 80 odd pounds.
Oh, she's going for another one.
Oh.
My girl. Oh, that's
Yeah,
Monday.
you clearly, yeah, you can see it now
Why
as
not
well.
grab another one, right? What the hell?
No,
You've
she's
already
definitely
Yeah.
stealing these
Yeah.
Why
bags.
not
Yeah.
go for 5?
We're gonna give a good faith for her and think she's not.
No, and this. I can see it now.
What? Oh, she's going in for another one.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
what a
she
beast.
Put,
Oh, wait a
that's
minute.
the one that put her in
Wait a
the...
minute, is this a full team? Like this lady is now. Oh my God,
Yeah, there
another
was
one.
3 of them. There was 3 of them.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Party on Earth tonight. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Insensitive.
No.
Insensitive. You've got
We'll
what
find out
happened.
why in a minute.
Insensitive, Carl. Sorry, folks. That isn't going to happen. Damn it. I was trying. Drop out of character, Carl. Right, we're back. Do you think I should cut that a little bit out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, as you can see, no, I didn't cut that out. Did I not cut it out because I wanted to be insensitive? No. I didn't cut it out because if I'm going to sit here and criticize others for making mistakes, then I best have the courage and the balls to sit up and point out my mistakes. I was in a childish character looking at the world just through a childish lens because it was too much for me on either side of this portion of the video, and then completely forgot that a lady tragically lost her life. And in a stupid joke, I messed that up, so my apologies, especially for anyone attached to this lady. I could see how that was incredibly insensitive, and I can see how many would want me to cut this out, but if I cut it out, then nobody knows why I'm saying sorry. So, you now know why I'm saying sorry. It was a very insensitive joke that was said without thinking because I put myself into a narrow-minded character so I could do my show. The entertainment of this show and everything in the show never should ever exceed above someone's health. And someone seeing that, I know if I watched that, I would be a little bit, you know, I would deal with it a lot better than most, but I know others can't. So, I'm terribly sorry. I shouldn't have. It's a horrific thing to say, but it wasn't done with any intent whatsoever. And hopefully you guys could see that I did explain a lot of times I was going into character. So, sorry guys. If I keep things like that from you, you're not going to lose trust in me. I ain't gotten hardly anybody to trust in me yet. But I can see a future where people are going to trust in me. And things like this, I hope, lead to that. So, try to enjoy the rest of this, guys. Although there's not really much to enjoy in a certain sense. I just mean, learn what you can, say what you say, and we'll get to it. Alright, sorry about this, guys. Back to the show.
Now, as you can see, there's another 2 women come in. She has another bag, and she's now stuffing more alcohol into this bag. So we're up to like 7, 8 bottles.
It's probably about £140 worth of
But
alcohol.
she's still going!
140 quid worth of alcohol, easy.
Now,
If all our spirits.
This ain't drinking. This is to sell. This is a.
Shelf, either put them directly into the bag, or she'll put them into the basket to make it seem like she's buying something, and then she'll take those ones out of the basket and put it into
the bag.
purse.
Yeah.
That's clever. I'm not learning how to steal from shops, guys. Don't. I wouldn't get away with it. You're not still going. Girl got
No, she's got it in the basket now. Is she going to put that in the bag as well? Or is she going to pay for that one? Otherwise it's going to look suspicious. So no, she's going to have to pay for one thing at least.
I'm going to give the girl props. That's got to be some weight
She's got to
right
pay
there.
for one thing at least, isn't she? It's going to look obvious otherwise.
No, she's waiting for her friends. Look, her friend is going to come over.
Oh, yeah, I see.
And then they'll walk straight out, guaranteed.
Wow.
Look, dude's going in now.
She could barely walk.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No, she's going over the basket.
Is that heavy?
I thought she just walked out.
Yeah, she got one item in there, so it looks like she's purchasing. She's not stupid.
Right, I got
She's not
you.
stupid.
I got you.
She's not stupid. She'll just pay for that one bottle now and walk out the shop. But walk out with like 10. She's calm and collected. Fair play for her. Oh
no.
Oh, all right then, maybe not.
Oh, what?
Oh, right now that she shouldn't have. Honestly,
I saw what happened.
You can see,
Yeah.
she didn't put down the basket that she hadn't paid for. She just walks up.
That was silly.
So I see. She made him look like she was eating in it, and when the guy in front, who may be in on the click with her, asked him to grab whatever down below, as soon as he turned his back, she went to walk out the door, so it doesn't raise suspicion. And obviously he's popped up in time and seen her walk out, maybe
With that basket as well.
and then gone, you haven't paid. I doubt he knows how much he's actually stolen.
No.
Can you imagine he ran out there the entire time with just one bottle of liquor?
I'd be mad, wouldn't
And then they're watching us going, oh my God, he stole all of it. It's still done. I keep forgetting what's happening.
I know.
It's because I've dropped out of what's happening
I
and
know.
getting involved in this. This is why I want to forward it. It's going to forget
Sorry,
what
I
happened.
hadn't seen. I've
No,
seen this
no,
bit
no,
though.
you
If
don't
you wanted
apologise,
to.
baby. You want to see
Yeah.
this. This is our show, yeah? Not just mine, even though I talk all the time.
With that. So even the basket, she's walks out with their basket with alcohol in it. So it's obvious you can tell
Yeah,
she's
that was
stealing, right? You don't even have to see her put the other stuff in the bag. She just literally walked out with everything else.
How stupid that was.
Now they're leaving the alcohol section at Kroger and are walking to the front with that same basket. Looks like that's the employee behind them who's checking.
He's following him up, is there?
Oh,
Oh,
there maybe another chance to pay for stuff now, but she's not paying for anything. She's gone.
That's really weird, I just noticed. If this is a superstore of some kind, I don't know where they are. What is this? Is American?
Yeah.
Look, it doesn't
Like
look exactly like
Walmart,
ours, but
Walmart or-
you know, there's similarities,
Yeah.
right?
Convenience store.
Like that. No, that looks more like
Walmart.
No, not for them, but for us, it would look like
Tesco.
no, what's Macros?
Macro.
Yeah,
I suppose.
that's
yeah.
Macros, isn't it?
I don't go to macros that often. I can't remember it.
Oh, I take new
can't remember what
macros
it looks
in.
like.
Take new macros in. We gotta go macros. And that's how you get in a lady's pants, gentlemen. Take them shopping macros. Right, anyway. But if you, right. Oh, I could tell you how to really do it. And it involves dishes and all sorts. Right. Let me just say, right. Here, like you go to a superstore and the cigarettes and alcohol are right next to the front door. As soon as you walk in, cigarettes and alcohol are by there.
Yeah.
It seems like it's right at the back. And I prefer that.
Yeah.
Because the children are not coming and seeing
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
If that's the case, America do this. Well done, America.
Yeah.
We don't do it like that.
Layout
here.
to your shops are perfect.
Now I'm looking how you doing it. It's making sense to me. And I'm like,
Mind you, Tesco's is the same though.
no, they aren't.
Yeah, they are. It's all the way down the bottom. Right down
Oh,
the
do you
back
know
of
what?
the
I'm
shop.
thinking of cigarettes here. You are correct. I am incorrect.
Cigarettes are always at the customer desk.
But the alcohol is at the bottom. Why
Yeah.
am I thinking? I was thinking in normal shops.
Yeah, you were thinking of normal convenience stores.
And I
yeah.
mixed it up. Yeah, that's what I found. So that's what I've done. Lissa's correct. I'm incorrect. Thank you, Lissa. Apologise. I was incorrect. I changed my mind. Shut up. Lissa goes on to us. I can't win arguments. I said, you do. I just don't argue back with you when you win them. You think I do? No, baby.
Put the basket down and she's gone. So you see, those are the two women who were with her.
Also, it's a good plan, you know.
Great.
Hey guys, again, we do not condone stealing or anything. But if I was talking to you about, you know, Ocean's 11, you wouldn't be thinking I'm condoning it, would you? About it.
Like,
but look at the genius about this. Also, is she has this basket, and if someone's following her, she puts it down. They're more interested in the things she thinks she's stealing, not the things she has stolen. So if she put this basket down, then he must have some indication that she has got something else, right? It's got to be the case, I'm sure.
So that's their larceny team.
Yeah, that's the team. Yeah, that's good. Well, she seems to be part of a larceny team then.
Yeah.
Guys.
So that's it.
The stealing from the shop.
That's the
no one got hurt.
Woman who has all this stuff, all these...
Right. You all just watched that. All evidence is there. Not one human being was harmed.
No.
Not one. Not one human being was harmed. That's it. Not one human... it's relevant. Wait. Not one human being was harmed. Some people go, this is irrelevant. No, it is. It is relevant. I'll explain later.
Yeah.
Plans. She's part of a larceny team. And being pregnant...
To be consistent, I should say that it's relevant to me.
He's about to say the other important part.
It actually helps if you think about it, because people have more sympathy for you. She can't be stealing. And it's some of the last people you would think to be part of a larceny team are stealing. So that's it. That's the woman who has all this stuff, all these plans. She's part of a larceny team. And being pregnant actually helps if you think about it, because people have more sympathy for you. She can't be stealing. And it's some of the last people you would think to be part of a larceny team of stealing something would be someone like Ta Kiya Young. You know, she's 7 months pregnant. Now...
So listen to what Nita's saying. She's 7 months pregnant. Seeing her there, I can't tell on screen. I'm not...
I could.
I couldn't tell personally. Lisa says she can. I couldn't personally, only because... Oh God! So again, I'm not trying not to get in trouble, guys. I should put the video of me doing the red hot chili pepper challenge, and they can see the size of me.
Oh God, yeah.
But larger people, for me, it's very difficult. Sometimes I can't tell. Sometimes I can, but sometimes I can't tell. So I just thought she might be a large lady, and that's it. But Lisa says she can tell. Nate is saying 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's saying he could tell. And listen to what Nate is saying himself. She's using it, and people are clearly saying, you know, I don't think he's saying clearly. I think he's saying it would help her, because people wouldn't think that.
No.
So obviously, if Nate is seeing that she's pregnant, and people can see she's pregnant, don't think it's difficult to see she's pregnant. And maybe it wasn't seen, but that's just something I want to point out for later.
Let's see how the news is covering this.
Young, because she was suspected of stealing liquor from Kroger.
She was shot by an officer standing in front of her car as she tried to drive away. Again, we want to be transparent here. We're showing you today's video because it does answer some key questions many people had, including us.
Yeah, NBC4.
I want to listen to what was said. I'm going to give it away a little bit here and say, I think that gentleman was absolutely correct. She was shot for trying to get away. The people go, she ran up. No, we'll get that in a minute. I promise you, but I just highlighting little bits all the way through, so you can't say I didn't mention them. She was shot for trying to get away.
Jamie Ostroff is here now to break.
You gotta eat a little crow now. We're showing you this because we don't want you to say, we don't want to say she's a thief, but she's a thief.
Break down the information.
Absolutely don't care. I mean, whether she said thief or not, didn't change anything for me. Said someone was shot. The thief was shot for trying to get away. That didn't change anything for me. Did it change things for you guys? Did that change things for you? The thief was shot for getting away, trying to get away. That didn't change anything for me. It changes things at the outcome, what should have happened. Like, I'll go to it.
We are learning from this newly released video.
It's like they gotta pull teeth because they're like, yeah, we gotta say we were wrong.
Jamie?
Yeah, Jen and Jared, until this afternoon, the only footage we had from Blendon Township were 2-minute-long clips, one from each of the body-worn cameras from the 2 officers that were involved, showing the moments...
This is the only part I don't like about this from the media guys. They say, that's all we had. And they're saying, well, did you ask them if they had security cameras and thing? No. So, listen to what they're saying to you, please, guys. She just said, all we had was this. Why is that all you had? Did you not ask for the security camera footage? So don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you like that.
immediately before and immediately after the shooting. Now, this new footage shows why officers approached Young in the first place and how that response was handled during her final moments. Again, this video is extremely hard to watch, so we're going to show you as little of it as...
Now, it's not extremely hard to watch. The video's not, because we've just seen the whole video. What's extremely hard to watch about that video? She's a thief. It's obvious she's a thief. She's part of a team who's doing this stuff. And officers were right to stop her. And she...
Yes. The way they stopped her, no, he's not. He's not lying there. He's not technically incorrect. They did have a right to stop her.
Yeah.
But not in the manner they did.
No.
Which we could.
Knowing that she had all that contraband in her car, drove at the officer and was killed. But see, it's extremely hard to watch.
You seen this? Now this is gaslighting, Nate. He is claiming that he knows that she drove at the officer. How? If you stand right in front of my car, whatever reason I have for getting away, you now have evidence you can also suggest I was doing it to drive at the officer because he stood in the car. So if I needed to flee because I'm mentally unwell and I don't know and all this is just too much for me and my body says flee, and I put my foot down to get away, but you stand 2 inches in front of my car, which is incorrect. I doubt very much that's police procedure to stand 2 inches in front of the car because that puts an officer in danger. And to draw a gun on somebody in today's world because you stole some contraband, nobody's life was in danger. None. There should be no reason for that gun. You'll go, well, he's in a car, could have run over me. Not if you don't stand in the way.
I mean, even if she had like mental health issues, I mean, there was a better way to approach the situation as a copper, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
In a calm manner, to say, what's your reasons for doing this?
When you stand off from the vehicle and in front of the vehicle, with enough room for them to go a different direction other than straight at you,
step away,
and you draw your weapon, you then become a deterrent and a safe deterrent, because if that individual's mental state takes a turn and they put their foot down, especially while being, don't mock her, pregnant and full of hormones in a situation, fight or flight switches in, she chooses flight, puts her foot down just to get away, not to hurt anybody,
petrified,
and you're at a safe distance, you can decide and have more time to decide whether she's coming at you to hit you as a weapon or just to turn and get away. Yeah. If her mental state, and she put herself in a mental state, her own fault, I get that. People are going to say, well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in this, it's hard to see because people...
I know, yeah.
But let's just say, right, for this kind, right, her own fault. She put her foot down. Maybe she didn't decide to do it, but that was who she is because she's mentally unwell. Because she must be mentally unwell to be doing this in the first place, bless her. But that's what's happened. You don't know if she's trying to get away due to an illness or she's trying to hit you. If you stand 2 inches in front of the car, relax. 2 inches in front of the car. If you stand a couple of foot away with the gun, like you got a deterrent. Maybe you're using it to fearmonger, stop her from going, and they think, I shouldn't go. A reasonable person wouldn't do that, which Nick will tell you. But an unreasonable person will put their foot down because they're in an unreasonable situation and everything's gone wrong and their whole world is collapsing in on them and they can't see a way out. In fact, she may be one of those people whose dad is especially mum, has fed her in her head over and over and over, the police will kill you, they'll shoot you just because you're black.
Yeah.
No, I know, because I've seen it on YouTube. Fathers telling their little girls and parents we got to have the white man talk or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not from America. But like that, do you get what I'm saying? So now this woman has psychological things in her head. A gun has been put on her and she's like, I'm only shoplifting. What the frick? I've got a baby. He's not shooting me. And she just wants to get out of there. Never believing nobody's going to shoot her. She's got a baby. She don't believe. There's nobody got harmed so far. Why on earth would I believe this woman was trying to harm anybody? I don't know. There's no evidence of it. There's no evidence to say, I've got all this contraband. She's highly emotional. All right, she shouldn't be there. Let's not talk about that in a minute. That's a different topic. And it is a completely different topic. You say, she put herself in a position, but the baby didn't.
No.
Oh, it's the mum's fault. oh, so if the mum puts herself in a position to have a baby and his mum starts to had a baby, it's okay for her to go to the abortion clinic and have it removed, yeah? Well, that undoes all that, babe. No more pro-lifers. Because apparently, as long as mum messes up, it's okay to kill a baby. That is what's being said, is it not? If mum messes up, it's okay to kill a baby and it's mum's fault. Well, why can't it be the same for, like, abortion? Mum messed up, okay to kill a baby, mum's fault, okay.
I mean, technically, the police officer should be done for manslaughter, really.
No, I hope, after this,
With that baby.
Christians everywhere go, no, he's right. Officer was the one that put himself in danger by standing in the incorrect position. The officer pulled a gun on a right, I don't like calling black ladies. I don't like that.
Lady.
I don't
Did you
like
say lady?
No, but they identify as black ladies. Part of what I'm saying is relevant.
Okay.
As in, if psychology says I'm a black lady, I'm going to get shot by a white officer for doing this, and we know that exists because we see it all the time on TV. So if they got me trying to believe that, which I don't, then others who don't think like me may believe that. So this lady can easily go into fight or flight, and with a baby who is innocent. That officers gave no thought to it. People might say, well, didn't know she was pregnant. Well, Nate
I can clearly see
7 months pregnant.
Nate
Seems pregnant. Other people seem pregnant. Maybe sat down the officer thought, maybe thing. You think that lady in that car, well, I don't know. See, we don't know what to talk. But if she was talking to you, she don't think the first thing she said, oh, I'm pregnant, officer, hell, I don't want it. She's bound to use that as an excuse, isn't it? That's like he said, it's a great excuse. She could have told her. But still, even if the officer didn't know. So, what, I didn't know someone was standing behind the door and I shot it? Or thought, it's like, yeah, but still, that's manslaughter. You killed that person. You didn't know he was pregnant. That innocent baby, the innocent life. If all the Republicans in the world want to go up and go, it's an innocent life, innocent life, innocent life inside the womb, inside the womb, inside the womb, then it's still an innocent life right now. So when that officer shot that innocent life because a mum made a mistake due to probably traumas, mental health issues, I mean, there was a non-violent crime. Carl, slow down. I get now why they get so angry at these police. When they're officers that will do narcissistic things, I'll decide to stand right in front of your car with a gun on you and you will listen to me. Well, mental health doesn't listen to you officers, right? You must get this. Mental health does not listen to you. And you must be responsible for that. If there's evidence, well, of course, she's part of a clique that's stealing places. Lots of evidence to say she has mental health problems. That's a degenerate thing to do, isn't it? Is it not? And a degenerate thing to do about people who have mental health issues like myself and others. See how the police and world forget about us when it's times like that, but they'll remember us when it's time for voting or something like that. Or if even though I'm not for it, I'm making a point. If you have an abortion. They want to tell you that life is innocent now. But apparently her baby's life wasn't innocent. She's guilty of thieving and, apparently trying to run over an officer when really all she was trying to... Well, I don't know. See, I don't want to get like him now and say that's what she was doing. It could be that she went, screw this off that. Bump.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that. She ain't going to admit that. She's dead to admit that. Oh, doesn't say it like that, Carl. I'm just really... Guys, I'm really wound up. I have so much love for this lady. To be in a position where she's living life like that, I can't imagine. People they believe in good and evil, so they believe. I'm going off, babe. Honestly, I'm gonna try and get through this.
Extremely hard to watch.
Possible to tell the most complete, fair, and accurate story.
You know what she said? We have to show you the facts, because if we don't show you the facts, you may not believe the lies next time we tell them to you. So
we're not going to show you all facts.
Here are the facts.
From the beginning. Surveillance footage from inside Kroger's liquor store shows Ta Kiya Young taking bottles from the shelves and placing them in her purse.
Oh, now I see. I didn't see that on other footage because it was smaller. But that's just blown up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw a belly on.
Yeah.
You tell me those officers didn't know she was pregnant.
Obvious.
Oh, come on. I have a hard time believing that.
The women walk in separately. About a minute and a half later, they approach Young while she waits in line with more liquor in a shopping basket. You see the 3 women leave the store together without paying. Surveillance video from outside the store shows Young walking to her car, the black sedan shown here, alone. As she gets in, a man who police describe as a Kroger manager flags down 2 nearby officers, helping a woman get into her locked car. One officer approaches Young from the driver's side. Seconds later...
I will admit, if I've seen police officers over by my car, not walking over with all that car. Maybe she hadn't got a contraband on her. I said, she must have, otherwise why would she flee? She'd be like, no, search me, officer.
Yeah.
Why did you go there? I would not go next to him, please.
Well,
Sorry,
I've
I'm
handed
not.
it to my friend and hopped in the car.
Well, we've established there's probably mental health issues here. So
The other moves in front of the car.
What more do we need to see? This is so disturbing. This is so crazy. The truth. You know what's disturbing? It's the truth. They gotta show you the truth. That's what they're so upset about. That's the crazy part about this. They gotta show you the truth.
I'm going to show you the truth, Nate.
And the truth shall set you free.
I do believe in that statement. Well done, Nate. That's correct. The truth will set you free. But you have to learn what that means first.
Also expose the propaganda that you've been pushing for weeks. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Let's hear that, this outro.
Or on camera for minutes at a time. So Blendon Township police say they are still looking for the two...
There you go, guys. It looked like the police were talking to her then at some point. So they must see she's pregnant. She must have... I would have said she would have... like Nate mentioned, she definitely mentioned I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? I'm pregnant. That seems obvious to me.
Two other
Doesn't mean it did happen. Just seems obvious.
women who walked out of the liquor store with Young. They're asking anyone who might know them to call Crime Stoppers. In the past hour, I spoke with attorney Sean Walton, who is representing Young's family. He told me he asked Blendon Township for the video you just saw, but he didn't get it until I sent it to him. Here's what he had to say about it.
It shows us nothing but more evidence of murder, and I fully believe that this just further solidifies our...
Possibly murder of the woman. Possibly, in my opinion, because, like I said, don't agree with the officer standing in front of the car like that. He should have allowed her to... Is a non-violent crime. If you are panicking and in and go, what are they going to do? Just take a license plate. We'll just drive along Mrs. Daisy's now. Knock on her door, arrest her. She's in a car. She's in a vehicle. To her, the vehicle isn't a weapon. I don't even think she used it as a weapon, but there's no way of knowing because the idiots stood too close. If you stand further back, you can tell if they're going to use it as a weapon or not. The guy was completely narcissistic and in the wrong. And I think they're covering this up and hoping it goes away. If you make a loud enough stink about it, say, should the officer have stood right in front of the car, knowing that a mentally challenged person may put their foot down and flee because they can't handle the stress and pressure. And as no one was harmed, isn't it better to let them go than put a gun on them and stand right in front of the car that if they did flee, you shoot and kill them and an innocent baby? Like, everybody's probably screaming at me and goes, she's innocent as well, Carl. I'm like, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying that other people will see a side of this and I have to agree on parts of what they see, but I still agree that she was innocent in the situation, but she was innocent when it came to the fact that she had to be shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. That's why I'm difficult with it. I'm saying she wasn't innocent in a crime, but that crime did not weigh the... Death did not get her. And the officer put his own self in that. To me, when she hit him with the car, that was the officer's fault. Because this is
bad
why.
Practice, isn't it?
Because it was bad practice. He shouldn't have been stood right in front of the car. I don't care if it is part of that procedure. You need to scream and burn down a bloody sit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that because they have done that. BLM rights. Oh, don't do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Fricking out. Don't do that. I don't agree with that. I just mean like with your voices. Say, look. Where should he be standing? Is it procedure to stand right in front of a car of somebody who could be mentally disturbed with a gun on them, that if they do press anything because they panic, you shoot them? Death for fleeing. That's what happened. Death for traumatic fleeing. Coppers need to lose their job. Well, one does anyway. They need to lose their job. I'm completely in agreement with this. This is not racially motivated. Don't agree with that. She was stealing. I agree with that. Did she put herself in these predicaments? 100%. Did the cop need to stand in front of a car with a gun on a pregnant lady who happened to be identifying as black in a very sensitive world at this point, causing fears, anxieties, traumas, and somebody who clearly is mentally ill because they're stealing liquor from a store, and who's pregnant, so it's full of hormones and stuff? And you think it's smart to stand in front of a car with a gun on him? I'm sorry, guys, don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't even think the smartest... I guarantee I can have Jordan Peterson right there, right now, who people deem one of the most intelligent people in the world. Well, a lot of people do. Not everyone. And tell you, no, you're absolutely right. You shouldn't have done that. I could have doctors right there now. My doctor sat around and said, should that have happened? And he'd go, nah, absolutely not.
No, it could have been
that could have been anybody in that car. And if long as a non-violent crime was happened, give her a chance to get away. Maybe she couldn't handle it right there. Oh, I need the evidence and everything. You got CCTV footage. You got everything. She fled from the crime. Well, it's contraband. It doesn't matter when it comes to life. No guns should have been pulled. Well, what if she has a weapon? But she hasn't displayed any signs of this at all. None whatsoever.
Police are trained and quick enough to see that happening.
She wouldn't get out of the car. Okay, let her drive away. Where's she going to go? And if she flees the country for a couple of bucks for the whiskey, really? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I think you've wrapped it all up now.
It's have a little bit more.
A position that a murder occurred here, that officer Connor Grubb should be terminated and indicted.
Doesn't tell you why, right? Doesn't tell you any why.
No, I just did. No, Carl.
I can't hear you, babe. Calm down.
I know.
Christ.
Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
Sorry. It's
you get
my
so warped
emotions
into it,
going out. I know. I'm calming myself. I'm frustrated.
I can't hear you.
Nate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll tell you.
I can.
I know. Sorry. Sorry. You upset with me?
No.
Right.
I love you. Don't be silly.
I'm saying that, Nate, I can tell you why. Because that baby was innocent. Mum might have put him in a position, but the officers had a duty of care for the child. That mum might do something reckless. She's already doing reckless things. She's clearly not reasonable and understanding. So why on earth would you stand in front of a freaking car with a gun on a pregnant mum? It's diab. Oh, I can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Go. I don't get it.
It's just more evidence. What evidence does it show you that the officer's wrong?
Because he stood right in front of the car with a weapon on a pregnant woman. That's wrong. It's incorrect, unhealthy, and to me, top. I'm gonna say stupid. Top as top can be. Top badge of the week.
You can have tops for that on. Top.
Yeah. Give him the top badge.
He's standing in front of the car. She's got contraband in the car. She doesn't want to go to jail. So,
yes. All reasons for her to flee.
What does she do? She hits the gas. Now, don't get me wrong. Think officer safety. I don't know why the officer got in front of the car. Bad choice.
No.
So the officer made a Right, sorry, okay. Guys, you heard Nate just say it. Officer made a mistake. Well, that mistake cost a life. So that mistake is the reason for it. They may say, well, the lady put herself in this position. Yes, she did. The pregnant mother put herself in a position. You have to be mentally warped in the mind, as far as I'm aware. I shouldn't say mentally warped, because that makes it sound like it. No, that are the wrong way to put that, guys. I should have said she has mental problems. That she was shoplifting while pregnant. She was doing all these things. That tells me desperation or mental health. When you got desperation and mental health, do you know how these people react? Get me away from it!
I need to protect my baby. Hormones all over the shop.
Someone will say, well, she could have recklessly driven all the way home. I doubt it. She has a baby. She just probably got out there and probably go home. You should just don't chase her.
Just get the license plates. Wait for
get a license plate. Go find a house. Go find it.
Speak to her.
Baby then survives. You put this dangerous situation with mum. What I felt happened is Nick got it incorrect. The officers tried to call the mum's bluff, but mum's irrationality and inability to reason didn't kick in, and instead her fight or flight kicked in. She hit the pedal, and Officer frickin' pansy ass idiot got clipped in the leg, and pop, 2 lives dead. Because he got clipped in the leg because he didn't follow the right drills. If he had stood back, he would have seen that she wasn't driving at him. She was driving away, even though that's more likely I doubt she was driving to hit the officer. How can that end well? I mean, she's clearly trying to get away. You said it yourself. She doesn't want to go to jail. It just didn't make sense how they're not seeing this, babe.
But he is in front of the car. He's got a gun out. Any reasonable, rational person who sees an officer standing in front of your car with a gun out saying, get out the car.
Listen! Any reasonable or rational person. I ask you, Nate, all the evidence before you, does this woman look like a reasonable or rational woman considering the crime she's committing whilst pregnant and clearly not complying with the police officers to start with? No. So yes, you're correct. Reasonable, rational people will do that. So that must suggest that people who are not reasonable or rational will not do that. And if the officers can see that this is not a reasonable and rational person, considering she's pregnant and doing all this, and she could be featuring hormones, everything like that, mental health issues, then the officer should have had the responsibility of going, I'm the trained officer. This does not look like a reasonable and rational person. I need to step back away from the vehicle, otherwise I put both these in danger, including myself. I can still be a deterrent from over here. And if she decides still, I'll call her bluff and drive away, I don't have to shoot her. I can just take pictures of her bloody car or follow her. Don't follow her, because she then could be a danger to others. You don't
No, I say wait for her to get home.
Yeah, wait for her to get home.
Visit her at her address in a calm manner. Talk about the incident, ask her reasons why it happened. Obviously, she still have to have
No, you're going too feminine. This, I get it. Listen to me first, please, babe. Please listen. People are gonna say no, Eddie. It's not an officer's job to do that. They just go arrest her, take her down, and then the lawyers and everybody does that. So you are correct, but that's not the officer's job, is it? Maybe the adult social services can speak to her later and things like that. That's where that happens. But you are correct, though. They can just go to her house,
more compassionate with her,
and be a lot more compassionate, due to the fact she's pregnant with an innocent life. The officers took no consideration for the child's life.
Going off.
They placed that woman in danger by pulling a gun. Her life was in danger. Nobody's life was in danger until the officer placed her life in danger. And you might say, well, she drove off. No. He put himself in front of the car. She's in reasonable action, unreasonable, and guys, I've repeated myself too many times. I didn't need to.
Get out the car. If your first thing is to push the gas pedal down, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, if the officer's right in front of my car with the gun on me, it's possible he's going to shoot me, but I'm not thinking that. How can I think that right now? Why am I thinking that? I probably haven't even looked at this officer with a gun on me. I'm just discussing this officer thinking, oh my God, I'm going to jail. My baby, everything. Or he's thinking, oh yeah, she's just there going, I'm taking all this in clear-minded and I can make rational decisions. Are you out of your frickin' mind? It makes me think this man is unintelligent. Maybe I'm incorrect. You guys tell me. Tell me why I'm incorrect. I'll learn. I promise I will. Nate, if you see this, I'll come on the show and talk to you, brother. And you can correct me. I don't mind. I'm autistic. I'm just going to say what I'm seeing. Quite frankly, I don't think you can refute what I'm saying. I don't think you can. Probably can. Smart bastard, didn't you? I do like Nate, though.
What do you think could happen? Now, this attorney, I think he's doing what he's getting paid to say what he's going to say. But there's no way this video helps his case. If anything, it destroys it.
Blendon Township.
This video should help his case, though. I wonder, if that video destroys it, did anybody tell me the video we've made, discussing the points we made, do you think this makes the lawyer's case? Heck, we should send it to the lawyer.
Police have not released the names of either of the two officers who...
Right, off. Your Honour, if these two nitwits from across the pond over in Wales can see this as a crime, why can't you? It's a sad situation, can't stop laughing.
Confronted Young. In a statement today, they repeated their reasoning that the officers are victims of assault and protected by Marcy's law.
Well, I want to say this. I do understand. I want to make it very clear, though, because the racists and the BLM crazies out there don't twist my words, because they love to twist your words. Just so we're extremely, extremely accurate here. Just because you shoplift doesn't mean you should get shot in the streets by police. I agree. That is ridiculous.
Yes.
But that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
When you lie for weeks and say this is some angel who had nothing to do with it, who, nobody even knew she was shoplifting.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Now you got proof that all that was a lie. That all this Mother of the Year crap is a lie.
I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Honestly, I'm feeling it a bit too much. But I will say one more thing before we wrap it up, and that is simply this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry about this. We're going to have to wrap it up. No, I'll let you talk in a minute, babe, honestly. I just want to say one more thing, because I'm done, honestly. I don't believe anything to do with racism. I'm not saying the cop was racist. I believe the cop was narcissistic. He was incorrect for the way he positioned himself, and he put a harmless woman, you may say, oh, she put her foot down. So would I. I wouldn't let it fly. But if I was doing something stupid like that and I'm filled with I know what my anxieties can get like. That happened to me, there's a possibility I would put my foot down. Does that mean I have to die? Because I'm autistic? Well, she was autistic. And was just doing something stupid with a bunch of people and she's like, oh, go. The officer gave her no chance to flee. He only gave her the opportunity to hit him over and she probably just wasn't thinking like that. And the thing is, on the end, he got clipped. He didn't die. He got clipped, her and her baby died. Shoplifting. Guys, that's wrong to me. I can't do it. I want to reach out to someone like Brandon Tatum and say, please, Brandon Tatum, do this and look at my video first and try and sympathize with me here. If you can say that you should not have abortion, a child shouldn't die for mum's mistakes in abortion, then a child shouldn't die here for mum's mistakes. And if you're a police officer, should he have given that woman an opportunity to flee considering no harm was done? Should he have possibly not stood in front of the car considering it wasn't exactly a violent crime? If she wants to flee because she's feeling a certain way because of it, let her flee. She's a pregnant woman, clearly a degenerate who is unable to think like this and clearly has been told things about police that made her drive away. I could be incorrect, but nothing suggests to me she's a violent woman. It suggests to me that she's a thief. And it could be that she's a thief to provide for her family because things aren't going well. I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. I don't care. Nobody should lose their lives over shoplifting. And she lost her life over shoplifting and fleeing. She fled from a shoplifting crime. But it happened to be that the officer decided to put himself right in. How can that be safe? Anybody with autism, anything like that, could just panic and drive off. And like I said, unless you have this idea that they're going to go hurt somebody, which they had no idea that was going to happen, there's no evidence of that. You can see she's panicking. She doesn't want to go to jail. She's pregnant, hormonal, just drives off. Officer got his clip because he stood at an unsafe distance with a pistol drawn on a pregnant woman, freaking shoplift. I don't believe it, babe. Sorry, I'm done. Go on, babe. Just say what you want to say.
Warriors, harmony.
You're not saying anything else?
No.
Are you sure? I've spoken a lot. You done, you?
Yep.
You sure? Because I've been told about over-talking, babe.
Tomorrow.
You done, you?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is really... We're not really good with this one, but we're glad we brought it to you. Wirgo, what is? Harmony.